Vista Vibes Restaurants presents The Upscale, aka A1 Party Band, Saturday, April 3rd. Feel the vibes and indulge in handcrafted cocktails, a chef-inspired brunch and dinner menu, all while enjoying the sounds of live musical performances from your table at the Vista Vibes Restaurant, baby. Saturday, April 3rd, 6 to 9 p.m.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Finch house. Once again, of course, it's me, Erica, and my lovely husband, Aaron. And today we have a special treat. Now, this guy has been like my friend for the past 4 or 5 years. And he is a wonderful, he is a great entertainer. And I'm excited to have him on the show. His name is Mark Alexander, which is one of the founding members of Upscale Band, aka A1 Party Band, and also someone who is near and dear to my heart. So hi, Mark, how are you today?
What's up? What's up? What's up, Finches?
What's going on, Mark? How you doing today, Mark?
Hey, that didn't sound right, huh? So what's up, Finches?
No, hey, that's what you get with the Finch.
No,
Yeah, you get that. That's the name, man. So
it's all
close.
good. It's all good.
It's close.
It's all good.
Well,
But
Mark,
you make it sound good.
oh yeah, you do.
Okay, all
You make
right.
it sound good. So everybody can't say it. You make it sound good.
Okay.
So, Mark, like I said, if nobody else knows, remember his name, Mark Alexander, Upscale Band.
Mark Anthony, that's my
Mark
profession.
Anthony, I'm sorry, Mark Anthony, that's correct.
Upscale.
Hey,
There you go.
Upscale. Can y'all see it?
Upscale Band.
Upscale.
Hey, can I
See
tell
it,
y'all?
read it.
A1
Can I tell y'all a
Party
quick
Yeah.
story about that cup right there?
What's
Yeah,
that?
go ahead.
Can I get off just for a second?
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
swear to you guys, I am not that vain. I did not realize when I was designing that thing, because I was just going to put the logo on there. And then they gave me an option to do some other stuff. And I saw this person on the drums and I saw this figure. And I did not realize once they printed it, how much that long head sucker on there looked like me. I swear to God, man, look at that big head Negro, man.
So he gonna make sure he get like
I swear I did.
I
I did. That was not on purpose. I swear. Okay.
Oh,
Let's,
that's too funny. All right, so Mark, just give us a little insight, first of all, of course, about the band and about you also, because I know that you are not originally from here in the Atlanta area. I know you've been here for a long time, so you're honorary, but like me, you're a transplant. So if you can give us a little information about yourself.
well, like Erica mentioned, my name is Mark Anthony Alexander. They call me Mark Anthony. That's my professional name, my stage name. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. You see how they do that? West Side? No.
LA.
Yeah,
You gotta represent.
that's right. And I'm number 10 of 11 kids.
Yeah.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
You
Yeah,
got
when
a
I
big
found
family
that
like
out,
me.
yeah, that was I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
kids.
yeah, I'm Emma's baby boy. Like I said, just coming up, as a youngster, singing and dancing. Music has always been in my blood and in my family. So I was talking to someone this morning, and I was talking to Harold. Matter of fact, I was talking to Harold, the guitar player for the band, and we were talking about music. And music has always been in my blood. It's in my DNA because when I was a kid, like my oldest brother is 12 years older than me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'll be, look, I ain't ashamed of telling you, but I'll be 65 years old this year.
Yeah,
You don't look it.
no.
You
You
do
know
not look,
what?
and you don't act it either. You don't
And I
act
say
it.
that, I say this humbly. I'll say this humbly. I know I don't look it because you know what? I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I don't feel
Right.
it. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So to say that, okay, when I was, 10 years old, my brother was 22. He was grown and out of the house. I'm still on my mama's apron string. But
Right.
as they were coming up, them being older than me, they listened to jazz, man. Back in those days, jazz was the thing, you know what I mean? And if you really listen to the history of Motown, all the Motown musicians, the Funk Brothers, they were all very, very well-versed jazz musicians.
Yeah.
Those
Right.
cats played together. They could get in a room and they've never met each other a day in their life. And you listen to them, you'd be like, damn, these
Yeah.
cats sound like they've been rehearsing together for years.
Right.
So that music, that boom, 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 man, it's always been here. So my brothers and sisters, man, they're friends. They would pay me to dance for them, man. And sing and all that kind of stuff, man. Like, I know y'all don't know about it because y'all some youngsters, but back
Nah,
then,
hey, to be honest with you, I do know.
yeah,
I do know because
his mom used to
my
make
mom
him.
and my daddy, when this go, you'll see the comments.
yeah.
And a nickel here, a nickel there to do the new
Oh
dance,
man, what you talking about, boy? That
and
was big time, boy. Like, boy,
yeah,
don't let me mess around and hustle up 25 cents, boy. I was old, boy. I had soda pop, potato chips, and candy bar.
that's right.
Anyway, so that's what I did, man.
Yeah.
But fast forward and you grow up, you go to school, but I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit, you know what I mean? So I didn't finish high school until 2010,
Oh,
but it's just that it was boring to me. I ain't making no excuse. And anybody watching this, young people, go to school, get your education. Erica will tell you that because she's a teacher. She don't play. You know what I'm saying? But it just wasn't for me. Now I have some regrets, but I don't beat myself up
But
too
you
bad.
finished.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah, I
finished.
did.
So that's the thing. No,
Yeah.
people don't understand. Life is a track, and it's a track meet.
Mhm.
You can't race the person beside you. You gotta finish.
Right.
So go ahead, man. I just want to
yeah.
kind of iterate that, but you finished, and that's a great thing.
Yeah. So at a young age, I've always wanted to go. So for that reason, having that love for jazz, I always wanted to play an upright bass. It wasn't even electric bass, electric guitar. It wasn't none of that. I wanted to play an upright bass because that was so cool.
Yeah.
And my neighbor on the next block, you guys may or may not have heard of Hugh Masekela. Hugh Masekela, he was a African trumpet player. He made that song "Grazing in the Grass" before they put the words to it.
Right.
If y'all ever heard that song. And his my neighbor played bass for him, and he'd always be. We walk by the house, you hear that doom 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 doom. I mean, little boy, man, I'm just like digging this music, man. So I want to play the upright bass. Well, I wound up taking drum lessons first. How that happened? Friend of mine, his sister's boyfriend played in a band, and he was so busy trying to get next to her because he would do anything to impress her. So he gave us drum lessons.
Yeah.
And I can tap, you know what I mean? I ain't no drummer though, but I can keep a little beat, So I did that, and then my dad and my brother decided to buy me a guitar, a 6-string guitar. I took guitar lessons, but I never wrapped my head around that. And then I bought myself a bass guitar. I had a 1972 Fender Precision, American made. I paid $300 for it. The bass is worth $4,000 today. I wish I still had it.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was gonna say you still got it.
oh, I wish American made tue, man. A
Right.
lot of the stuff now is made in Japan and Korea and all that stuff. So anyway, fast forward, so like I said, music. Matter of fact, I had a little singing group when I was in junior high school. I ain't gonna tell y'all the name of it. Don't ask me. I will not tell you the name because at the time I didn't know what it meant. Okay.
We'll talk about that off camera. We'll talk about it off camera.
No, I ain't gonna tell you that because you go blackmail me there. Anyway,
Maybe
so
you can find a
that,
picture of him.
Yeah, we gonna research. We gonna try to find something. Did they have YouTube back then? We gonna find.
No. You're gonna have to go through when they use go to the library and look at that.
Yeah, they got a microfilm. They got to go through there.
But anyway, so I had a little singing group, man, and we were actually pretty good. We but I was the only one that really wanted to do it. We actually auditioned for a record company, Chess Records, or was it Cadet? One of them, Chess. I think it was Chess, and they just didn't really want to do it. You know what I mean? So people looked at us like, what the hell? And that was the end of that. But like I said, that music being in me, you know what I mean, just kept pushing forward. Did some talent shows in high school. I did talent shows with Jody Watley and Jeffrey Daniels right when they were forming Shalimar.
Yeah.
Right when they were forming Shalimar. And this was before Howard Hewitt.
Yeah.
Howard Hewitt wasn't even with the band at that time. You know what I mean? yeah. So fast forward. And matter of fact, and in high school, we had a program called Apex. Apex was at when it was lunchtime. You'd get on the bus, and they would take you to another school in the district, and you would do after lunch. You would do your last 2 classes there. And I went to Crenshaw High School there, and at that time, I went with George and Louis Johnsons, or the brother Johnsons. They were, yeah, we were in school together. And it's funny though, Erica. Remember, we opened up for them.
Yeah,
We opened up for the brothers Johnsons at the Riverdale Town Center.
And for y'all that don't know, when we moved up here, Mark was the first band that you performed with, right?
Yeah, because further on, like I met
Candace,
because
Candace introduced you to Mark, and he was the first band, so he's the original.
Yeah,
he ain't the OG because he's Crenshaw. He's the OG.
Hey, now she in 5 bands now.
No, I'm not. No.
Like, wait a minute now. And you know the funny thing about it? She'll never tell me. I'll be like, dang.
No, that's not it.
You know
what usually ends up happening is that I'm like me, I end up being like a bad communicator. I'll be like, Lord, I didn't send out anything, like I didn't send out some Mark. And at the time, I just be trying to make it through.
You talk about Erica Finch is live. Okay, I'll click. All right. Dang, okay. Well, thanks for the invite.
Come on out this weekend. We'll be at the same place.
But like I said, so fast forward, man, one thing lead to another. And then, at that time, man, we didn't have no, Diana Rosses and Berry Gordy's. In my days, we didn't have no internet where you can become an overnight sensation, whether you have talent or not. You know what I mean? None of that. You know what I mean? So, time goes on. My oldest son was born. I was 17 when he was born, and at 22 I got legal custody of him. So I had to make the donuts, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I had legal custody of him. I was a 22-year-old with a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? And I had to do everything. Well, I shouldn't say that because we definitely had a village. Because I had 10 brothers and sisters, like I said, and my mom. And
but I understand how that is, because now you couldn't like really pursue your passion. You had to kind of focus on like take a redirection. Yeah.
I like to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep outside.
Yeah.
So I got busy, doing what I did, and I was successful. I became a professional hairstylist. I'm still licensed. You know what I mean? I'm retired from that. I'm still licensed. Matter of fact, that's where I met my wife. I met my wife in the salon. Right. And I'm still licensed. I'm also a certified instructor in the state of California. Georgia, I used to be licensed in Georgia and California until politicians stole all the money, and they just decided, well, there'll be no more reciprocity.
Yeah.
So if you want to teach here, you got to go back to school. That means I got to borrow some money. I mean, like hair is different in Georgia than it is California, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's always a money man.
Yeah. So then, retired from that, and was in this multi-level marketing business. And Erica, I don't know if you know Nisha. Nisha, I want to say her last name is Hillard. Nisha. But Nisha,
that Hillard name sounds from the last name Hillard sounds familiar.
Nisha sings well, I don't know if she sings with them right now, but she sang with Arrested Development.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. That's probably why the Hillard.
Yeah. And she was part of, and also that band, that corporate band, Party on the Moon. I don't know if you remember a while back, there was a band had a car wreck coming back from Florida. Yeah. It was all in the news. That was them. Yeah. That was them. I don't know if she was in the van or not, but anyway. But Nisha, she's big time. You know what I mean? And she was part of our network. You know what I mean? So this particular night, because at that time I didn't know that that's who she was. She just one of the associates. And so the meeting was over. We was walking out, and I'm the type of guy. I'm always make sure the ladies get to their cars and all that.
Right.
I don't do that, Aaron. I don't play.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I make sure the ladies get to their cars and everything, And so we all walking out, and we was in this underground garage. And man, the acoustics was off the chain. And I just started singing. And she was like, wow. I mean, because I really don't think I have a great voice, but I can sing on a good day. You know, I ain't no great singer, but I can hold a note. Is what I'm trying to say. And she's like, wow, man. She says, you know what? I know a cat's looking for a lead singer for a band. Now, mind you, I'm in my 50s at this time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, really? Went audition. The rest is history.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was the first band that I performed with, I ain't gonna lie, I was green. I could carry a note, man, but I didn't have the stage presence that I have today, and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, they fired me.
Yeah, I know. But I mean,
feelings are-
that will be like something that's interesting because we always comment all the time, like especially like me and Candace, like when we're sitting down, we're talking and things like that, about the band and stuff. We're always like, Mark always has a showmanship about himself, and he has this energy. So that's why, you know, when people are like, when you were saying like you're 65, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if I have the same level of energy. I try to match it as much as I possibly can. I don't know how good I come off, but I try.
Mark will bring you into the show. Like me personally, when I go out to the shows, I find the darkest corner, and I'm in that corner, and I'm back there, you know. And one time I remember I was back there, and it's like the third or fourth time that I've been in one of y'all shows, and I was sitting back there, and I hear Mark say, "Yeah," and Aaron back there, and I looked up, and I was like. And he's like, he's quiet, but y'all check him out on Facebook. And I was like, I look up and everybody's looking at me, and I was like,
yeah, no, because listen, hey, you can't shut him up on Facebook. But when he's around the band or whatever, I don't know if that's because you didn't really know me or whatever. But Aaron be quiet, but
that's the type of person I am. I had, you know, me and her had that discussion a long time ago that, you know, in certain instances, I talk too much, and then I get around somebody and don't say nothing, and she's like, you know, so that's just something I'm trying to build past. So you know, I can give you a little bit credit to that because, like I said, I sit in a corner and won't say nothing. Then once you gave my name out, I started moving up closer to the stage. Then you introduced me, so I started had to move up closer to the stage.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, but anyway, Erica or Aaron, you guys can ask some questions because, like I said, man, I'm talking a mile a minute.
Oh yeah, but to be honest with you, you answered like a lot of the questions as far as, you know, like how you got your start and things like that. And of course, it's an interesting history. I hope we can even find a picture because, you know, a long time ago, Mark used to have this huge afro.
Mark?
Yeah, this huge afro. So we got to do some digging. Maybe
we're gonna find it. Yeah.
You know what? A buddy of mine, I talked to a buddy of mine the other day, and he was telling me about the yearbooks. I'm talking about, Mark, your picture's in it too. See, like I said, man, I was so busy, man, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. I wasn't interested in all that stuff. I don't even remember what picture he talking about. I don't even remember.
I gotta try to find who this person is.
I don't even remember taking it. I do have one from junior high school when I was on stage performing. But man, that doggone thing's so old. It's a newspaper clipping, man. I don't know how I held on to it this long.
That's good. That's those memories and stuff. You able to hold on to that.
If I can find it, I'll send it with you.
That's cool. I come and see it. I can take a picture or something up and put it in. That'll be cool. Yeah.
So you went over a lot of stuff, Mark, and you went over the famous people you met, but that was before the upscale.
Right.
Now, what really inspired you to just take that leap from, you said you got fired from that one band, and did you take a break? Did you you keep going, or, you know, when did the upscale band come about?
Well, I did keep going. That's a good question. I did keep going. What happened was I wound up doing a lot of open mics. You know what I mean? That was the thing back then. You know, everybody gave an open mic. I mean, hindsight being 2020, open mic was just a good way for the restaurant owner to have some live entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And don't pay no damn body nothing.
Right.
because everybody wanted to sing. You know, you put a mic in my hand, I'm gonna sing. You know what I mean? That's what it was. But it was cool. You know, it was cool. It served its purpose because I got that stage fright out of me. You know what I'm saying? And then they were doing this thing called the People Cafe. But that was at a person's house, but it was an open mic. But only so many people could get in the person's house. And the lady would ask me, her name was Dee Robertson. She would ask me to host. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to death, but I knew that I wanted to do this. I knew that I wanted to do this. So I would, every time somebody would ask me to host, I would host. You know what I mean? And then you know, got to the point where, you know, it just got a little better at it. You know what I mean? So now I started listening to the music again. You know what I mean? Because at one time I just wanted to perform, man. I mean, the band be sounding terrible, man, but I wasn't even hearing it because I just wanted to perform.
Right.
You know, now I hear everything now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I tell you one thing, and I swear to you, I give credit where credit is due. There are a lot of great musicians and a lot of good bands, but we're as good, if not better, than any of them. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because look how long we've all been together. You know why that is? It's because I treat people like I want to be treated. You see what I'm saying? I'm not browbeating nobody or talking down on nobody. Now, first of all, ain't nobody paying nobody that dang much money sometime anyway. Sometimes hell, we don't make no dang doggone money. We might not make no money this gig and get paid twice the next gig. You know what I mean? But that's because we're a family. So how dare me, talk down on somebody or talk bad to somebody, you know what I mean? And then too, Erica might know this, but I counsel, you know what I'm saying? I counsel old and young people, you know what I'm saying? Life skills. And but when I'm talking to them, I'm talking to myself because I have to remember when I was where they are. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not talking to them like what you need to do. Everything I'd say is a suggestion. And it's what was suggested to me and would change my life and turn my life around.
Right.
So from doing that, I've learned a lot about myself. And see, I didn't realize when I was younger, I didn't realize how selfish and self-centered I could be. You know what I mean? And what I mean by now, I wasn't a bad person. It's just that, like if I did something for you, you was going to owe me. And that's just wrong. You know what I mean? But I never consciously knew that that's what I was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just that if I did something for you, I was going to throw it up in your face till I needed something. And if you couldn't give it to me, I was going to say, man, you remember when that just ain't right. But my point for saying that is that I shouldn't say everybody, because I can't say everybody, but a lot of people are very, very selfish and self-centered. And it's not always intentional. That's how they grew up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when it comes to people that are artists, like me, my first salon was in Beverly Hills. I was 23 years old with a salon, man, making a boatload of money. The car, the house, the child, the salon, everything. You couldn't tell me nothing because I made more money than you. Now, I wouldn't say that, but that was my attitude. Right. And it's a destructive attitude. You know what I mean? And that's what I notice about a lot of musicians. They're artists. You know what I mean? And think about it. And check this out. I would tell people all the time, because people come to you, oh man, homeboy, come on, he used to play with the Ohio players and he used to play with this and that and other, da, 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 da. I said, what make you think he didn't? I mean, if he was all that, he wouldn't be this. I said, you know what, man, let me tell you something. A lot of cats back in the day, can I curse?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to you, Erica. But a lot of cats back in the day fell in love with that devil's dick.
Right.
Okay, that crack pipe.
Right.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
And guess what? It took them over the edge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Down in the gutter, from the penthouse to the outhouse. Okay. Some of them made it back. Some of them didn't. Some of them put down the substance.
Yeah.
Which is not their real problem. It creates a problem, but the real problem is between our ears.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And because they haven't dealt with that, they still want to pop their collar. They look, we all down here doing a gig for $5 in a chicken sandwich, and they want to act like they better than you because of who they think they are in their mind.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of bands don't stay together.
Yeah.
This is good. You know, let me tell you, this lady one time said to me, she introduced us and said Mark Anthony, the Upscale Band, and I pulled her to the side and asked her, please don't ever say that. I don't look. Erica is as much as Upscale Band as anybody else, as I am, as long as she's a part of this band. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want to get into that because there go that ego.
Right.
EGO.
Right.
Edge God out. Edge God out. God ain't even in the details no more. It's all about me. If I let it be. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Nobody like me because I think it's all about me. You see what I'm saying? So look how long we all been together. I don't care whatever else we all go out and do here, there, everywhere. The Upscale Band always comes back together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's true. And then there's one thing you said that I really do agree with. You know, I agree with everything, but there's one thing that you said that I'm gonna emphasize on. When y'all get on stage, the whole atmosphere change. And I've sat there at shows. I forget what show that was. I think it was down at the well, I won't say the name, but it was down, and we sat there for 2 hours, and y'all supposed to went on maybe the third act, and they kept pushing y'all back and pushing y'all back and pushing y'all back. And finally, you know, we got something to eat, and then, you know, everybody's like, I don't like singing after I eat. And then as soon as we got something to eat, he was like, hey, we next. When I was in the audience, that whole atmosphere changed from professional bands like that was known across the United States. It came with people that was known locally, and it came with some new people. But when y'all got on that stage, it changed that whole atmosphere to where they thought that y'all was the only thing that was there. They got up, they was all in front of the stage, you know, and it when it started out, you know, what you say, put your pinky finger to the moon, and that was it, bro. And that was it. And then it blew up, man.
Yeah.
And we had people that was out there, man. And then there was one lady, she was like, who is they? Who is they? And I said, you know, that's Mark. That's, you know, that's the Upscale Band. They said, oh man, we got to get them. We got to get them. And I was trying to introduce you to everybody when you was coming off stage, man. But it's just y'all changed the atmosphere like that, man. And I don't even think they gave y'all a full show.
No,
I don't think they gave y'all a full show, but you know, just by everybody sitting down eating and, you know, not paying attention to what was on stage, and then once y'all got up there, it took 2 seconds and everybody was up by the stage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean,
it's just the energy of the band.
Yeah, it's the energy,
like
man.
Mark said, all of us are, you know, we consider each other family.
Right.
So I think it kind of has a certain dynamic to it.
Yeah. So I mean, like, to be honest with you, man, sometimes I wonder, like, what is your, like, the biggest achievement that you had, or are you still getting there?
Well, I just think life is a journey. You know what I mean? And I'm still on it as long as there's breath in my body.
And we got to get you back on here for counseling too. Like, we got to figure out some way to get you back on here to help counsel and stuff like that. Like, we got to get that. We got to get you back on here for that. And I'm glad you said something about that.
Because see, I can tell my story. In my story, I literally went from the penthouse to the outhouse and back. You know what I'm saying? So we can get into that one day. Yeah.
Most definitely. We gonna. It's not gonna be an upscale. Then it's gonna be Mark Anthony. Then.
Yeah, it don't have to be, because like I said, you know, I wear a lot of different hats in life, but you know, that's my purpose in life. You know, I've discovered it. My purpose is to serve. You know what I mean? But I also have discovered I don't have to be everything to everybody all the time. You know what I mean? And no is a complete sentence. You know what I mean? And as long as I do my personal inventory and know that my motives are as pure as they can be, you know what I'm saying? Then I cannot allow your circumstances to become my problem per se. Not that I won't help you. You know, sometimes helping a person is by doing nothing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To tell them no, because they will figure it out. You know what I mean? My wife says, we get into counseling now. My wife says, your lack of planning does not constitute an emergency in my life.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't come over here. If it's a matter of life and death, I got you. But don't call me. I ain't my kids. I ain't paying no cell phone bills. I ain't doing none of that. Now y'all got one in college. That's different. But I'm talking about you grown and want to tell me you grown when you get a wild hair up your butt.
Right.
Okay, well go and do what grown people do then.
Well, see, that's one thing about our kids. I don't know if they scared to say they grown, but they won't say they grown. they know
they're smart. They smart.
Yeah, I think they smart about it. They won't say they grown.
No, they don't say that.
Yeah, they'll call and mama, daddy, they still 14 and 13 and 10, stuff like that. So
y'all got kids.
Right, we still got kids. Even though he's 21, he's still our kid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And like you said, like you were saying, I know you have like yourself, you're wearing many different hats. So like I know we have upscale, we have our band, aka A1 Party Band, but I know you've been doing some other things going around town. You want to talk about that a little bit, Mark?
Well, yeah. First of all, if you don't mind, let me tell that upscale story.
Oh yeah. No, I was gonna ask you about that because I wanted to make sure everybody get on that. So yeah, we'll wind it back and come back to that question
when we started the band, like I said, I didn't start the band. I was part of starting this version of it was called Upscale. It wasn't even the Upscale Band. It was called Upscale. I'll tell you how it got the in front of it. Well, I won't mention people's names because they're not here to defend themselves. But if they ever want to come on, we can come on together. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that too. But anyway, so I'm with these other players. Erica, you know some of them. With these other players, and the plan was that if whoever gets the gig, that's who we working with.
Right.
See, you follow me? It wasn't like band leader and then I'm paying whoever. You know what I mean? No, it wasn't like that. It was like if I got the gig, I was the band leader that night. You know what I mean? Not necessarily telling people what to do, but I'm in charge because I've got these people's money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that was the deal. Well, for 2 years straight, for 2 years straight, we worked week in, week out, week in, week out. I mean, we were rolling. Okay. Only 2 gigs out of those 2 years, one other person got. It fell in their lap. They wasn't hustling trying to get it, but they had made it clear that that's not what they want to do anyway.
Yeah.
They just want to be the music director, which was fine. And they did a great job at that. But what happened was now we're starting to get major stuff. Let me plug my computer. Hang on. Okay, now we're starting to get major stuff.
Right.
So now I got people's hard-earned money, their checks in my pocket, and people showing up when they want to show up. You know what I mean? Just all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then people that like you, they're gonna tell you what the other one said, or they don't necessarily have to like you. They just messy, so they're gonna tell you what the other one said. You know, get something going. Yeah. So what happened was this one particular place we did, and it took me 2 years from when we started that band, 2 years for this woman to even look this direction. Finally got in there, man. Finally got in there. And she was so excited to have us. Okay. And what the club owners do, you know how they do, they make those flyers, but they'll make a 2-sided flyer because it's cheaper. You know what I mean? And what is this? Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Let me cancel that. Trying to get me to do some update right now. Anyway, made a 2-sided flyer. So now I'm in there talking to this lady, and she's all excited. We get ready to, and then there was another guy in the male singer in the band at that time, Now, we never needed another male singer, but all I ever wanted was, since I said what I was going to do for this band, all I ever wanted was to have a great band that sounds great. Okay, that's all I wanted. So when they asked me, well, what do you think about such being in the band? I'm like, hell yeah, because Duke can sing. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. You know what I mean? So here we are. Man, we in this place, man. And the lady showed me the flyers, and she all proud, and this, that, and the other. And she took the flyers and set them up on this shelf. And somebody opened the front door, and one of them blew off, flipped down, and flipped on the other side. It was this Negro. But this is my thing. Tell her how it is.
No, tell her how it is. Tell it.
But this is my thing, though. What's the big damn secret?
Yeah.
What's the big? Why y'all hiding? You know why y'all hiding? Because you never invited me to the. I'm dragging your happy ass everywhere I go, trying to have this great band. Because I'm the only one with the gigs, except those other two. I'm dragging you everywhere we go. Never did they invite me. Now, mind you, we rehearsing week in, week out. At that time, we were rehearsing every week. That's how we got tight like we were. We were rehearsing every single week. They were taking my rehearsals and going out doing their own thing, not inviting me to be part of the band. Oh, you can't even make this shit up. Okay? So that happened there. Anyway, so that person left, and then somebody else left. The music director was still there. He had somebody close to him in the band. Listen, I hope he's listening, that he never wanted to be in the band. You told me that yourself, and you know you did. He never wanted them in the band. And then when they were out of the band, they would come to the shows that we do, hire this person, all of a sudden, and she looking up to them, and she trying to do her best and show them that she's doing her best, and you whispering, looking right at her, and then whisper again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just got ugly. So anyway, so kind of fast forward, went through some changes, whatever, and then they came to me. This particular person, the music director, said, "Well, you know, man, think about changing the name of the band." I'm like, "What? For what? I mean, we rolling."
Right.
Listen, let me tell you something. I didn't start the band by myself. We started together, but I branded the name. I did. Because everything I did, I brought them with me.
Right.
They didn't do that with me. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, like you were out doing the hustling and getting things
everything.
done.
But even at the rehearsals, the music director would say, "Well, you know what? You guys ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. This man out here, and he's doing this and he's doing that, talking about me." I bought all the equipment.
Oh, wow.
Didn't nobody give me one that I wanted to do this. Okay, out of all that stuff, and then they come to me and say, we're gonna change the name of the band." I'm like, "For what?" "Oh man, well, you know, it just ain't the same, man." What you mean? And it was kicking ass. What it was, they want to take the name and run with it, because now it's branded. Because even when they try to start other bands before with that name, it never went anywhere.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now, but like I said, you know, I always want an A1 party band anyway. You know what I mean? So I never forget. I think it was our second performance with Riverdale Town Center, and I went around there. Don't ask me why I'm running my damn mouth, because it wasn't none of her business. But I did tell her. I went around there. I went around there to get my the deposit check. And I told her, I says, "Well, you know, we've been thinking about you know, changing the name of the band." Now, while I'm saying that, can y'all see my hands?
Yeah, we see.
She's handing me a check like this, and I said, "I think we think about getting ready to, you know, change the name of the band." And man, she pulled her hand back like she touched a hot stove. I swear, you can't make. She says, "Wait a minute." She says, "There's no legal ramifications, are there?" I said, "Oh, no. We just, you know." She said, "Oh, because we hired the Upscale Band." That's exactly what she said. I sold this band to these people.
Yeah.
Before that lady took over. The lady that used to be there, she's a head in charge of Stockbridge now.
Yeah.
We've even been out there. You see what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh no, we hired Upscale." I said, "Oh, well, you know." Anyway, long story short, I said, oh yeah, well, you're right. I said, well, we're the upscale band, gave me the check. We did the gig, came home, went online on Facebook, went to the band page. Cause that's the thing. I put all that stuff together.
Yeah.
Am I charging? Yeah. I put all that stuff together. But I did it for us. Now I ain't saying like I did it so they owe me something, but I'm just saying I did it for us. And then I went online, went to the band page, and took the upscale band off and put A1 Party Band. Okay, you have to submit that, they have to approve it and all that kind of stuff. Then that guy that was in the band had left the band, he even came to me one time while he was in the band, told me, people say I should be the leader of this band because, I have a better voice than you. Said, God damn. I mean, like, man, you really said that to me?
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean, what did that have to do with anything? Look, there's no I in team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so but anyway, so he take me off his Facebook page and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And but he's still Facebook friends with the music director, and the music director and I are still Facebook friends. So when he tags the music director in something he's doing, I see it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And he tagged him ATL Upscale Band.
Wow.
Ooh.
I said, what? So I called the band music director. I said, man, you see this? He said, what you talking about? Now, mind you, the music director's the one who told me, oh man, we need to change the name of the band. Blah, blah, blah. Because all these people in their ear and is it whatever, just he think he in charge, whatever. Well, so I said, you see this? He said, oh yeah. That's just something that such and such doing. Show you how God works. God convicted him. He said it before he even knew it. He said, yeah, that's him just doing something. But, I did let him know that, if he needed my help, I'd help him out.
Wow, okay.
You said us, right?
Yeah.
I said, fuck you, motherfuckers. I said, upscale for life. I went back on the page and I put the upscale band, AKA A1 Party Band. That's what we've been ever since.
Yeah.
I never did not want to change the name, but they tried to take it to you from my hustle.
Right.
Yeah.
They tried to change your Nikes to something else and then sell your Nikes around the corner.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. But let me tell you one other little story. So me and that person, the music director, well, put it like this. They weren't speaking to me.
Yeah.
Because see, I do my inventory on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And if I played a bad part in, then I got to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? But I do my inventory. So I never will forget this. So they were working with a corporate band that was traveling. The guy that owns the band, he really he calls me all the time. He pays us great compliments, Erica. He said, man, I love the way you guys look, the way you guys sound. He said, you guys are so professional, blah, 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 blah. But that person's working for them. He said, man, I need you to do me a favor. He said, man, I got a guy out, man. I need a lead singer, blah, 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 blah. I went ahead and did the gig for him because I don't do that. Look, I mean, they have to be paying me a whole lot of money to be going out of town. I'm just too old for that, man. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Look, you be gone for 21 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot, I could make more money at McDonald's. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, the rehearsal time and the travel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, you gotta love it. You gotta love this because if it was about money, would none of us be doing it, man? I swear. Ain't nobody want to do this. And that's the truth, So anyway, long story short, so wind up being on the same gig with the music director. And we were cordial because I'm gonna speak to you. I'll make you speak to me. That's the kind of person I am, I'm gonna speak to you. I spoke to him, and then we didn't have two words. We were riding 4.5 hours one way, 4.5 hours coming back. So I knew we had to come back together. I'm like, wait a minute, man. We all set up, ready to go. We got some downtime, about an hour and a half, whatever. I said, man, come here, man, step in my office. I said, man, we need to talk. Because that was my dude, man. I'm talking about
Right.
me and him. It was me and him against the world, man. I said, man, what happened? And he said, well, I'm going to tell you, man. I let them get in my ear. Now, if you're watching this, you know who I'm talking to. If you're watching this, tell me I'm lying. Okay? He told me I let them get in my ear. And he said, man, all they were doing, talking about, yeah, that nigga, he think he in charge and this and that and other. Well, guess what? At that time now, I've got a check worth thousands of dollars in my pocket because we're doing the aquarium or something. Yeah, you damn right I'm in charge today. Somebody got to be in charge, because if somebody ain't in charge, guess what? They ain't gonna ever hire us again. You can't just come waltzing in here when you get to. You can't be over there drinking. You can't be standing at the back of the door smoking weed. You can't be doing none of that. Do that stuff on your own time. You see what I'm saying? And he told me, yeah, man, I let them get in my ear, and they said this, that, and other, and da 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 da. He said, but I was wrong, man, because you know what, man, you ain't never did nothing to me. That's what they told me. Because I didn't. One thing I will say, because of my anger at that time, because of what I saw them trying to do, I could have done some things a little differently, but I was mad. I'm like, fuck all of them. I'm telling you, I'm a nice guy, man, but you piss me off.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of like that, that if you're in that situation, emotions are running high anyways.
Yeah,
and you're
especially you have a passion about something.
That can kind of, So in regards to, that relationship as far as today, because, you've talked about a lot of you coming into upscale, how it was started, some of the pitfalls, because that does happen in the musical realm. You're going around, especially with bands, you're trying to keep it together with some, like you said, people have egos. Things don't gel correctly.
Some people got their own ideas of how this should be. Yeah.
Right.
So in regards to that, those personal and those relationship wise, how is it as far as like going forward now? How do you feel? Was there a resolution that you feel as far as what happened out of that experience?
Well, I think so for me, because I had to let it go. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, my feelings was hurt because I really like this person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My feelings was hurt, you know what I mean? But I noticed though, everybody that works with him, they have worked with us one time or another. Not everybody, I shouldn't say that, not everybody. Some individuals. I mean, come on, Aaron. You know if something was different between you and one of your people, if something was different, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I just look like this, man. I wasn't born yesterday. You know what I mean? I know, but guess what? Those same people, I still them. I still make them speak.
Well, the thing is, you always worked around people.
Yeah.
So you have to know when something changes, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's true. Like you always worked around people since I mean you're early, with the salon, and then you go on and you always worked around people. So
absolutely,
yeah.
I can tell. I can tell. Matter of fact, my daughter and I, we didn't get into it, but we kind of got into it. And I can tell the way she's acting now. She know I was right. Because I know when something wrong with my baby.
Yeah.
You can't not tell her. I don't give a damn how grown she thinks she is. You know what I mean? She'll call me and say, you busy?
Well,
let me
you're
just
saying that, and you're saying that you feel like as though it's resolved for you. Is there anything that you want to just say as far as just to clear the air about anything in regards to like
the whole situation?
Not really. I just wanted to tell that story, and if they have a different version, we can get on here and tell it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we can bring all this.
I ain't mad at nobody. I know why people do things that they do. See. I'm very, very sure of myself. I don't have low self-esteem. I have a high conscious level, but I still like to stay my right size. That it don't turn into any arrogance or nothing. Because I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a little. When I was in my 20s, I was a little arrogant son of a bitch. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I made a lot of money and I was very successful, and I thought that's what it meant, because I grew up around people like that, with the hustlers and the players and all that stuff, and these cats had big wads of money and nice cars and stuff. Not knowing at that time, that's probably all the money they had in their
they
whole
got the
life.
rent money, they got everything trying to make it look good.
$101 bills with 100 wrapped around it. I didn't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of took on that. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, I'm bigger than life, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't act like that until I got a little sauce in me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's why I don't drink no more. Hey, listen, I'm just talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else.
He always had his coconut water. That's what he
Yeah.
Well, now since you move past it, you learn lessons because, like you said, it's always something to learn from every situation. Because, like you said, like the old saying goes, there's always 3 sides to the story. Is your side, the other person's side, and somewhere in the middle where it's all meeting together.
But you know what though, Mark, what you said is very attractive because at the Finch House, we try to bring people together and we try to expand not only our Black community, but every community. And for the community to grow, I think we do need to come together. So that is a major idea that you're having. And it's something that we should get together and actually bring you, him, and us together and see together. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are up for it, maybe reach out to him and see if he's up for it, and maybe, and kind of get a resolution out of it.
Well, I've extended the olive branch many times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I like about without using people's name, Erica. You know what I'm talking about because I think you have their acoustic bass. That's one thing I love about that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has a relationship with everybody, and nobody gets to tell him who to have a relationship with. And I admire that.
Yeah, that's true.
I admire that.
Yeah,
I really do because like I said, unlike him, some other people, they acting all brand new with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been exposed, to this person, man. I don't know what he told them. You know what I'm saying? And I know it ain't the whole truth. You see what I'm saying? I know it ain't the whole truth because if it was, me and him still be cool, and I would still be cool with them too. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't the whole truth. But the thing is that because I know, and I'm talking about, I know what the truth is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because he's told me himself. You see what I'm saying? So, but like I said, we were after that road trip up and back, we were cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we're not cool now, but we're not close like we used to be. You know what I'm saying? We're not close like we used to be. And I'm okay with that because sometimes you grow apart, but it's just like an old friend. Once you see each other, you catch up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not even like that. You know what I mean? It's still like you're unfamiliar with me whenever I see you. You know what I mean? But I know what that is too.
Right.
I know what that is too because they know that I know the truth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So as far as us getting together, I do it, but it ain't necessary.
Yeah.
It really ain't necessary, man. Because like if I was to see him out anywhere, man, we be standing there talking like anybody else. Because I'm not that small, man. And they know, and that's why your acoustic bass. That's why he likes me.
Yeah.
He knows the truth. Because he tells me all the time. He said, man, they need to let that go. He said because not only do they need to let that go. He said they weren't even using the name. First of all, it ain't their name. Yeah. Oh, this is what I want to get to. So when we did the Facebook page, we were all still together when we very first did it.
Yeah.
And I had to put the in front of it, the Upscale Band, because it was originally just called Upscale.
Yeah.
I had to put the Upscale Band because there's already a group called Upscale.
Yeah.
And it's females.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, don't nobody own the name, man.
A name is a name.
Right.
Yeah. I get
Nobody
what
owns the name. You know what I mean?
I mean,
that's no label.
That's with this right here. That's why we always say show, because there is. And when I was doing the research and we was coming up with the name, and we finally got the name, and we Googled it, nothing. But then when we finally got the name, we finally said we was gonna do it. It said the name was taken. Where there is a Finch house that has Finch birds, and it's a hotel,
Okay.
and and we like, come on, man. We did all this research and then we did all this and then we found out there's already a Finch house. So I got in touch with some copyright people and I got in touch with some, other legal people. And they said, well, the thing is, that's your name.
Right. Exactly.
That's your name.
That's your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said, if you don't want to be confused with that person, just add something else. And that's why we added show. But they said, that's your name. Upscale, that's your name.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you just got to put the upscale band on there.
Yeah.
Man, Mark, we had you for a minute, man. But before we go, we always got to do it, man. Give us a funny story, bro. Give us some entertainment. You got to make us laugh, man.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this will make you laugh. It's funny. It's funny to me now.
Okay.
It ties right into everything I just told you guys. I will never forget when we first got the gig with the Calabar, because we've had that gig for years. I mean years. I don't even know how many. Before you came, Erica, you've been around for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? And we had it before then. Probably a couple of years before then. And so I know we were doing a gig for not the Veterans Empowerment, but some veteran association. And we were out in front of Sam's over here on 54 in Morrow. Sam's, and we was outside, and the band was performing and everything. And to tell you the truth, a lot of the band members weren't even available at that time. So some cats that used to play with the band, we kind of pieced it up, still used the name, and boom, there we were. And then we met. There was a lady out there. I mean, she was digging us, and she called her girlfriend, and her girlfriend came over, and and we performed, and they just fell in love with us. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, everywhere we went, they were following the band around. You know what I mean? And then so check it out. So we had just got this gig at the Calabar, and I'm trying to be professional. These people let us up in here, and I'm talking about, man, I'm standing up there, got all the sound equipment set up and everything. The drummer was probably there. But everybody was on time except the doggone vocalist.
Right.
They ain't got no equipment or nothing to bring. And they just that's when dude was with her. They come dragging the sachet up in there, man. We supposed to be started. And I'm just walking around, I'm just like that. And I'm like, now I didn't even realize what my face was saying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just so worried about this image right here that's being presented. And that lady walked up to me. She said, Mark Anthony, come here. This is the lady that been following us around.
Yeah.
She said, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with you right now. She said, but you better get it together. She said, because if I can see this shit, everybody out there can see this. Oh my damn. I will never forget that.
Yeah.
That's why, man, I can be mad as hell. I'll be
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't know who's looking at you, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I've got a lot of funny stories, but that ties right into the band. I'll never forget that one right there.
Yeah.
And even from time to time when I see her, I'll tease her about it, and I'll say thank you. I said, really, thank you. You know what I mean? Because I did not know that it was looking like that. So, I guess I had some steam coming out my ears or
Probably
something.
so.
I seen it like that once or twice before. I seen it like that once or twice before, but by the time he walk up them steps here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Hey, give it to us, man.
Yeah,
We finna end it. Put your fingers to the moon. Give it to us. Give it to us.
Before you leave, though, we need to make sure that you give the information for the
the information. Contact. Yeah, get the information.
Oh yeah, let me. Well, real quick though, let me talk about my merchandise.
Yes.
And this is what I did, Erica. When we did all the stuff last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, last summer. I bought some merchandise. This is just an entrepreneur in me. I bought some merchandise, and this is the way I was able to pay the band. Because they look, you know, when we did that gig up there, 5 people out there, everybody got paid good because of this stuff right here.
Yeah,
I'm saying I got some really good people. They've been buying it from me. You know what I'm saying? The hats are $23. I got
Many
white,
styles. Yeah.
yeah, and black and blue. This one for you, Aaron. I know you like to get your little sippy sip on.
You know I stopped, man.
Oh, you did? Oh, you
Put some
did?
water in
I
there.
put some water in it though.
Oh, you
put some
hey,
water
hey,
in it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right there got the little logo on it. And Erica, I appreciate you because Erica made sure she got her cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Hey,
With Mark
Erica,
on
we
there.
gotta get
They gonna
Aaron one
mark
so he won't be
Mark on there. Mark at the end right
confiscated.
there.
Huh? What'd you say?
With Mark at the end right there.
Ah, man, please, man. Don't say that, man. Let me see. Oh. And then I got these.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Man.
it's just what time it is. That's just what
Well,
time it is.
how did that affect you? How did
With
COVID
the,
affect y'all?
the coronavirus?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did it slow y'all down?
Shut us down, man. Shut us down. You know,
Mhm.
well, you know, like, and my thing too is that, you know, even though, you know, people are still getting out and doing a lot of things, you know, which is cool. I'm only interested in doing something that's going to be safe for everybody. You know what I mean? And I don't care what anybody else does because the fact is that, you know, we're all grown.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, because ultimately the responsibility is mine. I don't care. I still got to go to the grocery store. So guess what? I got to make sure I'm okay. So even if I go somewhere to a restaurant, you know, club, well, I decide to be there, I can't worry about other people. I got to make sure that I take care of myself.
Right.
But I still make those type of decisions as the band leader. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, you know, throw us into the fire. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, he
probably what
always makes sure. That's one thing about like safety with mics, all that kind of stuff. He's always been.
That's one thing I love about Upscale, Mark Anthony and Upscale. It's so professional. It's a professional. It's not a, you know, the chords everywhere, juke joint. No, he's got carpet, he's got chairs, he's got chords going a certain way, he's got his music ready, he's got the sound guy ready, he's ready like it's 500 people in the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be ready for that if it's 2 people in the audience.
I'm glad you noticed that, man, because I'm very, very particular about stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And,
I mean, I see you go through and you make sure all the chords and stuff up. And I think we said one time you started moving some chords around and you said, man, my singers got to be safe, man.
Yeah.
And
you can't go out there tripping over stuff. You know what I mean? And then Erica, the vocalists, they have their own mics, man. Especially in the pandemic, nobody's singing on Erica's mic. Ain't nobody touched that mic since the last time you sang on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know, and even before that, the flu season, whatever, you know, I always wipe them off. You know what I'm saying? Now I want people to notice that because it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? You want people to know that you care about them and you're not just using them, you know, and you pay them a little money for you to make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, one other thing too. And I have a thing. I know another reason why the band has been together for a long time because I have a no fraternizing policy. You know what I mean? Now I ain't the relationship police. If somebody decides they want to get together with somebody, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now. I tell them right now. You better leave those ladies alone. I don't play when it comes to that. Because let me tell you how some of them old fools are. Like I said, their egos are so big. You know what I mean? You know, they doing their thing. I mean, they proficient and real good at what they do. And you know, you got a young lady, like I said, I have a child older than you, Eric.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a young lady like her, she might be admiring this person's ability. You know what I mean? And especially be at them open mics. And you go to talking, man, you see the way she's checking me out? I say, you old fool. Nobody wants you. You serious? That's why the bands can't stay together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She don't feel safe. She don't feel safe because everywhere she go, somebody trying to crack out. I'm just talking about in general, you know, female. It's crazy, man. I don't do that, man. We don't do that in Upscale Band.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
And that's why I came to you and said what I said to you. I'll make that. You know what I mean? Because we didn't even really know each other that well then. You know what I'm saying? We were getting to know each other. You know what I mean? And I just want to let you know, man, when your wife is out with us, man, you ain't never got to worry about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Never. I mean that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
always on that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now go ahead and send us off on that good note, then, Mark.
Well, this is the thing now. Hey, no copyrights infringements here because y'all gonna be on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, it's the cover. If you want to change the words, you can change the words.
Oh man, I don't know what to say there.
We won't worry. What that means is then everybody just needs to cover sales out.
Yeah, that's right. Come see the cover.
Just
Because I literally heard people say that he does it better than the original. So
and they can get a chance to come and see us. Go ahead, give them the information, Mark.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So the Upscale Band, aka A1 Party Band, we're going to be appearing at Vista Vibes Restaurant in Tucker, Georgia on April the 3rd from 6 to 9. Okay, now there will be
2021, y'all. So if you ever go back and watch
2021,
yeah.
There will be a $10 cover charge.
Yeah.
This is what they're doing over there now. Some of the big music venues have closed because of COVID.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, take advantage of it. And then when you think about it, I mean, come on, $10, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We throw that away every day, some of us, you know what I mean? So,
right.
Absolutely. So come out and see us, you know what I'm saying?
Support us. Support them.
We promise you, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Please support us. We really appreciate it because I'm telling you, man, it's been a minute. I'm ready to get back out there. I'm so glad that it's warming up. So yeah, and to Erica, I've got some things cooking right now. I'm talking to Fayette County. I'm talking to there's people at this new venue up here. I've got this doctor and his wife. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's cooking. And then the person that turned me on to that, they're having a birthday party. You see what I'm saying? So, there's some things happening, you know what I mean? So don't leave before the miracle happens now.
Oh, no, I'm not leaving. What you talking about?
We get ready to get back on. Look, we get ready to get back on it, especially outdoors too, man. I'm ready.
I know, yeah. Oh no, we'll be good. So I just want to make sure everybody knows. In any of the information, believe me, on the Finch House, we'll be promoting it as well as far as like the dates and times and things like that of our shows. So
Facebook.
Yep.
What's your Facebook?
Facebook on Facebook. It's the Upscale Band, aka A1 Party Band and Smooth Jazz Ensemble. On Instagram, it's the Upscale Band. Okay, now, and my personal page, you'll see a lot of stuff on my personal page. I'll be friends with anybody as long as ain't no bootleg page. But as long as Aaron ain't sending me no extra Facebook requests like the other day.
I can tell everybody, man, if my Facebook page gets hacked or canceled, I'm done with Facebook. So if you get a new request from me, do not accept it because
I'm not.
That's it for me, man. I've been on Facebook for like maybe 7 to 8 years. And now, man, these people are just getting outrageous trying to hack your page, man. So if you get the world, I'm letting you know, if you get anything that come from me, it ain't me. Because if I lose my Facebook, it's gone. I'm not trying to get it back.
I swear to you, man, I've become an expert at how to notice bogus pages, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one other thing, our professional power press kit is myppk.com/get/upscale band, one word. Yeah, that's sort of like our website. And anybody interested in any merchandise, just hit me up on any other pages. You know what I'm saying? I'll get it to you one way or another. I'm working on that too.
And that's and all your pages are for booking also, right?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, it was great to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
Mark. I enjoyed all the conversation, everything that you have to say. And of course, even just the history behind everything and going forward. Right. So good things, great things actually are going to be coming. Y'all just keep on the lookout for Upscale Band, aka A1 Party Band. All right.
All right. Peace, you guys. I appreciate
it. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thank you again, Mark.
All right.
Vista Vibes Restaurants presents the Upscale, aka A1 Party Band, Saturday, April 3rd. Feel the vibes and indulge in handcrafted cocktails, a chef-inspired brunch and dinner menu, all while enjoying the sounds of live musical performances from your table at the Vista Vibes Restaurant, baby. Saturday, April 3rd, 6 to 9 p.m.